I was fired from the Five, the kind of the antithesis of this program, the flip side.
The copycat.
The bitter enemy, the copycat, okay. I was fired from the Five. I had a very toxic relationship with another of the cast members.
Which one? Is it Ryan?
I may get there. I may get there.
Geraldo Rivera has never shied away from controversy. As a veteran journalist with a career spanning over 5 decades, his time at Fox News was marked by bold opinions and heated debates. His role as the liberal voice on The Five, Fox's popular roundtable show, put him at odds with his co-hosts and led to some of the show's most contentious moments. Tensions reached a breaking point, and Rivera's sudden exit raised questions about what really happened behind the scenes. Today we're taking a closer look at Rivera's departure from The Five, the clashes that led to it, and his storied career in television. Geraldo's career before Fox News. Before becoming a fixture at Fox News, Geraldo had already built a reputation as one of the most well-known and polarizing figures in television journalism. Born in 1943 in New York City, he attended Brooklyn Law School and began his career in investigative journalism during the 1970s. He rose to fame with his groundbreaking report on the horrific conditions at Willowbrook State School, a mental institution in Staten Island. This investigative piece earned him a Peabody Award and solidified his place as a fearless journalist willing to expose societal failures. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Rivera became known for his daring style and flair for sensationalism. In 1986, he captured nationwide attention with The Mystery of Al Capone's Vaults, a live special that promised to uncover hidden treasures but revealed nothing of substance. Though the event turned into a cultural punchline, Rivera's ability to draw millions of viewers showcased his understanding of television as a spectacle. Over the following years, he hosted Geraldo, a daytime talk show that often delved into controversial and provocative topics, solidifying his image as a provocateur who thrived in high-conflict settings. Rivera's career remained diverse and unpredictable. He worked for ABC, where he reported on major stories such as the O.J. Simpson trial, and later joined CNBC, where he anchored Rivera Live. Despite his reputation for theatrics, he remained a persistent journalist with an undeniable instinct for stories that captured public attention. Geraldo joins Fox News. Geraldo Rivera joined Fox News in 2001, a move that marked the beginning of a long and often turbulent relationship with the conservative-leaning network. Brought in during a time of intense national uncertainty following the September 11th attacks, Rivera quickly made his mark as a war correspondent. Embedded with U.S. troops during the early stages of the Afghanistan and Iraq wars, Rivera became known for his on-the-ground reporting. His dramatic style and willingness to take risks resonated with viewers, although it occasionally stirred controversy. During one early report, he drew criticism for inadvertently disclosing military movements, a misstep that earned him a public rebuke. Over time, he became a prominent voice on Fox News, offering commentary on a wide range of political and social issues. While his views often aligned with the network's conservative audience, Rivera maintained his identity as an independent thinker. He openly supported gun control measures and immigration reform, positions that set him apart from many of his colleagues. This willingness to break from the party line often sparked debate, but also solidified his role as a unique presence within the network.
Right. That was reckless and irresponsible. I'm telling you right now, that man should be ashamed of himself.
Let somebody else talk.
The president of the United States is going to forego his I mean, please, can we put that on the air as if this is a responsible law enforcement official?
He is.
Reflecting on his role at Fox News, Rivera once described his position as both challenging and rewarding. Quote, "I've always felt like a bit of an outsider," he admitted, acknowledging the tension that sometimes came with expressing dissenting opinions. Despite the occasional friction, Rivera's tenure at Fox News endured for over 2 decades, a testament to both his resilience and the network's recognition of his enduring appeal. His move to The Five in 2022, however, proved the beginning of the end of his time at the network. Geraldo's time on The Five. In January of 2022, Geraldo joined The Five as a rotating co-host, taking on the role of the liberal voice on Fox News' popular roundtable program. The format of The Five, where hosts debate the day's top stories, offered Rivera a platform to challenge the network's predominantly conservative panel. Known for his blunt and unfiltered style, Rivera often clashed with co-hosts like Greg Gutfeld, Jesse Waters, and Judge Jeanine Pirro. While his presence brought balance to the discussion, it also stoked tension that simmered both off and on air. Rivera's time on the Five was marked by moments of fiery debate, particularly on issues like abortion, gun control, and Donald Trump. In one notable exchange, Rivera accused Greg Gutfeld of being arrogant during a debate about abortion rights. The on-air spat quickly became emblematic of the growing rift between Rivera and his conservative colleagues. Rivera later reflected on that moment, describing it as one of many instances where he felt ambushed or unfairly treated. Quote, "I was the designated liberal punching bag, and I accepted that role," he said, but it got to a point where it wasn't just debate, it was personal. Beyond the heated exchanges, he grew increasingly disillusioned with the show's dynamic, which he described as toxic. In interviews following his departure, he cited a lack of respect from certain co-hosts, particularly Gutfeld. Their relationship became so strained that Rivera felt it undermined his ability to contribute meaningfully to the show. Quote, "It's not about winning an argument," he explained. "It's about having a conversation, and I didn't feel I could do that anymore."
I'm a guy who exploits and sensationalizes everything.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
You're lucky that you're my friend. I'd knock you out right now.
Well,
that's absolute BS.
Despite the friction, Rivera's appearances often attracted attention, with viewers divided over his contributions. Some appreciated his willingness to challenge Fox's majority opinions, while others criticized his confrontational tone. Rivera himself remained unapologetic about his approach, stating, quote, "I've always believed in standing my ground, even if I'm the only one on it." In the end, though, the increasingly contentious atmosphere on the Five proved unsustainable, setting the stage for his exit. The rifts and Rivera's exit from the Five. Tensions on the Five escalated to a breaking point, leading to Geraldo Rivera's abrupt departure from the show. What had begun as spirited debates between co-hosts increasingly turned into bitter clashes, particularly with Greg Gutfeld. Rivera later revealed that their on-air conflicts mirrored a deeper, off-camera rift that left him feeling frustrated and alienated. Quote, "It got too personal," he admitted. "I felt there was a toxic relationship between me and another co-host." Though he never mentioned Gutfeld by name in those remarks, the ongoing friction was well documented.
Exactly what I expected. They bring out the old
You
coat
are
hanger.
arrogant.
Go for it, Geraldo. Come on, keep going.
Okay, Joey.
You're making a fool of yourself.
On this.
Don't you? You know something?
What?
You insulting punk.
Okay.
Oh, what? Am I your new
Joey,
Bongino?
Go.
If you want that role.
Joey, go.
In June 2023, Rivera announced he'd been fired from the Five, a statement that surprised many viewers. He revealed in an interview that his removal was not his choice, but rather a decision made by the network. While Fox News continued to offer him other opportunities, Rivera's frustration led him to resign entirely just days later. Reflecting on his departure, he said, quote, "I don't feel like I belong anymore. It's not the same place it was when I first joined." The fallout from his exit highlighted deeper issues within Fox News' internal dynamics. For Rivera, it was clear the show's combative tone and interpersonal conflicts had eroded any sense of camaraderie. Despite the grievances, he remained reflective, describing his time on the Five as a learning experience, albeit one he was glad to leave behind. Geraldo's legacy. Despite the contentious end to his time on the show, Geraldo Rivera's legacy at Fox News remains significant. Over 2 decades, he became a recognizable and often polarizing presence on the network. As a veteran journalist with decades of experience, he brought credibility and a willingness to challenge dominant narratives. Whether reporting from war zones or participating in heated panel discussions, his tenure reflected his unrelenting passion for journalism and his instinct for sparking debate. He often described himself as an outsider at Fox, a role he both embraced and struggled with. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you miss seeing Geraldo on the Five? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.